Hello YouTube, this is Santo Taku with Team by the Trigger. I'm here today with the deck testing session between Bronie and Senshi. I'd like to welcome our guest color commentator, Bronie.
What's up, YouTube?
Alright then, let's get the match started. So the game starts off, it looks like we have Senshi on the right there with his Nova Grapplers riding into his Tough Boy, and you're on the left there using your Spectral Duke deck. Looks like you are going to get your grade 1, you ride it like a dainty butterfly.
Nice. That was nice.
That was. And now you get to look at the top 7 cards of your deck, and you're going to be looking for the grade 2 or the grade 3 version of him. It looks like you put your hand back on your deck. It looks like you didn't have it there. Does that happen very often?
Not really. But you know what? I had the grade 2 and the grade 3 already in my hand, so it really didn't bother me.
Well, that works out pretty well then.
Yes.
So you're going to get your ride chain off. How about when you don't get your ride chain? Does that hurt your chances for winning?
Absolutely, because it means I'm not building as much of a hand as I could with the right chain, so I'm probably going to lose.
Alright then. Well, it looks like your attack went through, he lost a stand trigger, and you got a draw trigger. And I see you have the Azure Falcon from the new half set. It's only a 4K booster. What made you decide to put it back there?
Well, with the grade 2, I get to retire a rear guard and call out 2 units from my deck. So that's really the ideal card to have back there. It's a grade 0, 4K. It really has no business being back there.
Alright, and it looks like you took damage from the king. You lost a charge all there, so it looks like you probably have a Garamore somewhere in your deck. And his Brutal Jack attacks getting a stand trigger, so his king is going to hit you again. But, it looks like you got another draw trigger there. That's the second one this game. And you are at a 13 against his 15, which should be an easy block for you.
And it is.
Alright there, so you lose your trigger there, and you go ahead and draw, and as you promised, it looks like you have the grade 2 in your hand, and once again, like a dainty butterfly, it descends onto the field.
Nice. That was nice.
And we wave goodbye to the Azure Falcon and hello to the Vane. And it looks like is that a stand trigger?
That is a stand trigger.
You don't see those very often in Gold Paladin decks, and much less in Spectral Duke decks. How's it work for you, or what is it in there for?
Well, it's mostly in there for the boosting Vanguard rearguard. And when I use Limit Break, if I can stand up that rearguard, it makes for a much more powerful attack.
Well, that makes a lot of sense there. It looks like your Vivian's going to attack for a 14 on the opponent there. He just drops a 5k trigger there and avoids the attack. And now you have a 15 attack on his Vanguard, and because of the grade 1 in the soul, you're actually a bit stronger. And there's another draw trigger. So your hand must be enormous at this point.
That's correct. It's probably about 10 cards, maybe more.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And he draws the heal trigger there, but because you were ahead on damage, he does not get to activate it. But he does get to call a rearguard Asura Kaiser before riding. Oh, no,
Interesting.
Never mind. He goes ahead and rides it, and then he calls out a second copy of it.
I would dare to say that he's a big, dumb, stupid head.
That would probably be a fair assessment there. It looks like we now have a Clay Doll Mechanic. He flips his damage back face up, and he looks over his field for a little bit before finally attacking with the king for a 17 on your Vanguard, which should be an easy 10k block from you, especially with all those cards in hand, but you decide to take it, losing a Halo Shield mark there. And now we have a 16k from his Vanguard. You drop another Halo Shield mark, so wow, you got 2 of them there, which probably makes sense with all the hand advantage you got. So you're not going to be taking any damage here. And there's a Moai statue, and he gets to stand his king doing what it is that Nova Grappler does. The king will attack again for 10k, an easy 5k shield from you. And you look over your hand for a little bit there before you finally drop down a card. Or wait a minute. You do have the Vane there. Maybe you're going to intercept.
Wait, is it going to happen? Oh, look, there goes. There goes. Oh, nice. That was nice.
There it is. Vivian went ahead and protected you there, and you lose a Slagle Dagger on the damage. And so you draw for your turn, and there is your Spectral Duke descending like a dainty butterfly.
Nice.
Yes,
that was
I
the
agree.
prettiest one, I think.
That was beautiful. And it looks like 2 turns in a row there you pulled off pulled off a trigger from Spectral Duke's effect. I know in my experience when I was playing Gold Paladin, when using a Zell, I would pull triggers all the time, and that was really annoying. Do you find the same thing happens for Spectral Duke where you pull a trigger and it's really hurtful for your deck, or does it not really bother you all that much?
Well, when you draw a trigger for a Zell, that trigger adds to the power to a Zell, and that really kind of sucks. But in this case, it's just adding to my field and not taking away from my hand.
So that must be pretty nice. You get a lot of field presence, and obviously with all those cards that you're keeping in your hand from not having to call out units, you're going to be able to be really great defensively and recover later from your limit break. So it looks like you hit him with a 14k rearguard, and he takes the damage easily, and now you're attacking with 16k on your Vanguard, and he's mulling over his hand a bit. We know he has the Twin Blader. He got it in the Twin Drive check, and he decides not to use it. Instead, he intercepts with the King, and he drops his red card dealer, and you get one of your Spectral Dukes and a 7k booster, which will probably be good later on. But you do activate your Duke's effect, so you wave goodbye to your field, and you stand your Duke back up. And it looks like if you had one more card in play here, you'd be able to use his effect again, which must be amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know if it was going to be enough to finish him, so I think that would have been a waste.
Alright, well, it looks like you pull out Vivian's effect. Unfortunately, you only had, you're 1 damage short from pulling it off, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. You get a Slagle Dagger, which is a great booster. You knock out another 10k attack from his hand, and you drive another Spectral Duke, which is just great. So
he's excellent.
Yes, yeah. So he starts his turn. It looks like you got a Moai statue. He's going to really try and push you hard here because he's probably getting close to being on the ropes. Damage is tied at 4, and he's going to attack with 19k, which will require a 10k shield out of you, which I'm sure you will block here with no trouble, because I remember seeing your hand size was probably easily close to 7-8 cards. And yep, there it goes. There's a crit trigger. You drop 10k shield like it's no problem. And now we have Asura Kaiser attacking for 17k, which will be another 10k check on you. You decide to let it through and wave goodbye to your 10k beatstick Balmains. And here comes his Vanguard, and there's a mark.
That was the third one.
Yeah, that was. And there's a heal trigger, but because you took that damage just a moment ago, you are not going to let him heal. He moves his 5k onto his Rearguard Kaiser, but doesn't get a grade 3 or a stand trigger, so that's unfortunate for him. And it looks like you're going to make a move to take him out right here. There goes the Spectral Duke into your Rearguard column, and here comes the grade 1 Vortimer we saw you drive check last turn. So you're looking at a 17, an 18, and a 16k column, all of which are enough to force a 10k shield out of his Asura Kaiser. And he has no interceptors. He just has the cards that he has in his hand, which from what I can see on the side there, he only has 3 cards. So he's really got to be lucky here and get a heal trigger. And it looks like there's another Twin Blader there as damage. So he has 1 more damage to take, and here comes your attack from your Vanguard. There's an 18k on him, and with 2 damage face up, it just does not look good. Yep, there it is. He goes ahead and takes the last damage. That was a great game. Thank you for joining me.
It was a really nice
here,
game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you all for watching as well. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe as you see fit. And go ahead and check out our blog in the description below. Thank you.